Does the Bible teach a flat earth like this, or does it teach a globe earth like this? Before any sides get mad, I just want you to hear me out. Let me read some scripture. Okay, obviously the answer is a flat earth, but before anybody gets mad, just read the scriptures. There's obviously a firmament, which does not work on a globe, and then I'll read the scripture from Joshua. Okay, here in Joshua 10:12, it's talking about how Joshua asked the Lord to make the sun and the moon stop over these cities until the war stopped, which would make no sense if you're doing this. Corkscrewing through space. That would make no sense in that verse. Then we have this talking about how God set the stars, the sun, and the moon. By the way, those are three different things. The sun is not a star. Those are three different lights. But he set those things underneath the firmament, which would not work if stars are 500 billion light years away. That makes no sense. Here we have a SpaceX rocket going up, right? And right here you can see it start turning orange, which I think it's scraping against the firmament on fire, because then it turns blue like the waters of the firmament. And then you can kind of see water ripples, and it looks like a speedboat going through water. And then you see little ripples, you're about to see them right now, and it looks like light's trying to break through. That makes no sense on a globe Earth.
Why don't we ever see Australians walking upside down? Seriously, think about it. If the Earth is a spinning globe, shouldn't we be able to catch a glimpse of people on the bottom of the planet going about their day? With all the satellites orbiting Earth and the endless footage from space, shouldn't we see cars zooming around upside down or surfers clinging to the underside of the planet? But here's the thing, we don't. Why not? Let's explore. If the Earth is truly a globe, we'd expect live streams from space to capture every angle, top, bottom, and sides. Instead, we're stuck with the same type of images, flat horizons, and one consistent viewpoint. Ever wonder why we never get a peek at what's happening underneath the Earth? And here's another curiosity. When you look out at the ocean, the horizon is straight as an arrow. No curve, no slope, just a flat, endless line. If the Earth were curved, wouldn't you notice a gentle drop-off in the distance? Something, anything indicating the ground beneath you is bending away? Now let's talk airplanes. Pilots fly straight, level routes from one destination to the next. They don't adjust for any kind of curve. No constant dips, no tilting downward to match the shape of a globe. Shouldn't they have to, though, if the Earth were round? But they don't. It's as if the Earth beneath them is flat and unchanging. Then there's the strange stuff about space footage. Some clips raise more questions than they answer. Take one infamous example. Astronauts allegedly used part of a circular window to make it look like Earth is a sphere. If everything we're told is true, why fake anything? Why not just show the real deal? And here's a big one. Distant landmarks. People claim they can spot mountains, skyscrapers, and even entire cities from distances where those objects should be hidden by Earth's curvature.
You might be laughed at for still believing it's round. Maybe not. I'm not here to judge. On the real, I'm here to tell you that the people calling it round are going to start getting laughed at, bro. They're going to say, are you sleeping? They're going to say, have you checked water? Like sea level? Sea level is level because it's sea level. It's not sea curvature. If they said, hey, what is sea curvature in this town? What is the sea curvature? Well, let's measure this curve. Nope. It's literally they're measuring from one specific height. That's called sea level. It's called sea level, homie. It's a level. When they make levels, when they make a level, they use water to make levels, because water levels perfectly flat, bro. Like flat as our plane. As flat as can be, actually. You can't get any more flat. So do what you want. The water ain't curving. Say it how you want to say it. But I'm here to tell you, depending on where you're rolling, they're going to start making fun of y'all for ignoring facts. For diligently ignoring facts and or not being able to keep up. If you're going to go attacking people, That's, you know what I'm saying? You better be ready to get it back. If you're gonna go hating, if you're gonna go telling people what the truth is, you better be ready for the truth, because the truth will always set you free. The truth will always set you free, homie. And so people, the truth is trending right now, homie.
Most people don't realize NASA is a climate agency. NASA is a climate agency. Climate agency.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know what I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. Because there's no gravity. And I'm a diver, scuba diver, and when you get down underneath the water, you're floating. That's just like in space. The biggest part is starting to move. You make waves or... No, what do you think?
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome.
Coming at you today with some of my favorite flat earth fun facts yet again. Antarctica. How come it isn't inhabited? Why doesn't it have several countries like every other continent? If you're familiar with the dominant society, they have taken over every piece of land that this flat earth has to offer. Africa, everywhere is controlled by a small group of people, but Antarctica, nobody touches. It's not owned by anyone. If you want to get a non-stop flight in the southern hemisphere, unfortunately, you cannot. If you want to fly non-stop from Brazil to Australia, you can't do it. Go ahead and try. Why is that? If we live on a ball that's constantly spinning, why do we never feel it? If you go on an airplane and the wind blows just a little bit, you feel every bit of it. If you're on a boat, you can feel every little wave that's going on. But we can't feel a ball that's spinning at what, Mach 4 or some shit, Mach 9. We can't feel none of it. How in the hell, if we're spinning so fast, millions of miles per hour, how do we land in the same constellations? And we not only land in these constellations, we stay in these constellations for seasons. Well, you see the belt of Orion, it's generally in fall, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But for several seasons, we're spinning fast, but yet we can see Orion. Why don't we have nonstop streaming in space? Why do they keep showing us these pictures that look like a 6-year-old drew? I'm sure you've seen the news of the new telescope photo that looks like Photoshop bullshit. They can film everything else, but we can't get nonstop film into space. Okay, bet. Get on YouTube and type in Admiral Byrd, spelled Byrd, and have fun with that. Why is it that when you Google pictures of space, the pictures are always different? They're always different. Why is that? The flat earth is important to me for 2 reasons. First is if they'll lie about the shape of the earth, they'll lie about anything. The first thing you see in your introduction into public education or private education is a fucking globe. The second reason, if the general public knew how the earth was actually shaped, there'll be a whole lot of questions as to why we can't explore differently.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
When you said that just now, did it sound stupid to you? Kind of.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a few more blemishes on the car.
Oh my gosh, just look at it.
The car is not perfect.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, well.
What the heck is that?
Fun fact of the day. Hey, did you guys know that submarines prove that we don't live on a ball? So the way it works is when they want to find another submarine and they're down at the bottom of the ocean floor, they send their sonar out over 100 miles and it pings back to them. Also, battleships, they use their lasers over 100 miles, zero curvature. What else? Lighthouses prove that you don't live on a ball. Periscopes prove that you don't live on a ball. It's weird. It's kind of like the list just goes on and on and on. We can see way too far. Zero curvature. This is from the FAA, Chapter 3, Basic Flight Maneuvers. I'm going to show you a few screenshots. An honest pilot will show you this. They will also tell you that the Earth is not a spinning ball of mass. Everything about flying an airplane is level, straight and level. They do not take off from a spinning ball of mass. They do not land on a spinning ball of mass. Straight and level. Just look at how fast the SR-71 travels. And they do not dip their nose to account for curvature of the Earth. This is a troll farm. It is a very real thing. They do not want you to know the truth about your home in which you live. Did you guys know that there are NASA documents that state that the Earth is flat and non-rotating? You can look it up by this number. You'll find it on page 108, and then you'll read it right there. Flat, non-rotating Earth. This is the Thompson versus Garcia court case that was done in 2019. Garcia is a flat earther who held a contest stating that if anybody can come forward and prove curvature of the Earth, that he would award them money. Thompson thought he won the contest and ended up suing Garcia because he wanted that money. However, the judge ruled that Garcia was correct because you cannot prove curvature of the Earth by using a computer program. Garcia has all sorts of evidence to prove that there is no curvature, real world experiments. Thus, the judge awarded the winnings to Garcia. Essentially, Garcia got to keep his own money. And if you want to see the court case and all the documents and all of the proof, please, I implore you, go look it up.
Whereas tropical astrology is perfect and never changing because it's based on the sun's path, and the sun's path divided into 360 degrees, and each sign gets 30 degrees. Earthworks all over the world are based on equinoxes, always show up right on time. These equinoxes and these earthworks are always aligned right on time. Why? Because the sun's path never changes. That's the difference between tropical and Vedic astrology.
Got it.
Every single spring equinox, you can watch the sun rise above the horizon. If you're standing on top of the Sphinx, you'll see the sun rise above the horizon right in front of you at spring equinox. Every single spring equinox. Every single spring equinox, the pyramid of Kukulkan will create a dragon going down the side of it, shadow. The sun is creating that shadow. Symbolize Kukulkan descending from the heavens to serve humanity.
Wow.
And this is based on the sun's path because the sun's path is perfect. The sun doesn't change. The sun's path does not change. The moon changes, Saturn changes, Venus changes. Everything else up there changes. Retrograde, the sun is always consistent, never goes retrograde, never goes backwards, never changes. Everything else up there changes. We're born into this realm through the moon, we leave through the sun.
Interesting.
This is why it's said, it is written, no one comes to the Father but through me.
So if you look at a clock, you'll realize that it has 12 sections. And if you look up at the sky, you'll realize that it has 12 sections as well. 12 zodiacs to be specific. And just like a clock, the stars rotate 15 degrees per hour. So in 24 hours, it makes a full 360. The sky literally is our clock, and we live within it. We live in a giant electromagnetic biomechanical realm, and we have been trapped in time and space via the confines of the physical body, so that we have to work for things in order to get them. This is all here for us to learn lessons, for us to realize that we can't just get whatever we want when we want it. Not in the physical world, at least. We have to learn how to be good people first. We have to learn how to do the right thing. So this creation is not some big mistake. We're not some giant spinning potato, spinning around upside down in outer space, zooming around the sun. It doesn't make any sense. We live in a perfect creation, and we are the center of the universe. This was for entertainment purposes only.
5 years ago, you could not convince me that the powers that be did not have our best interests in mind. Now, I've surpassed all normal conspiracy theories and even most of the out there ones.
Funny how that works.
It came in the mail and y'all are opening it with me. Ooh. Smell it. Woo! Here we go.
The flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni, and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Idialenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.